Alright, Shalom. Like to say, Kalayam, Wahawadla, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Akakudash. You know, that belongs to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone of Bluebell. Peace and blessing to the Acrimony world that push this through. Four corners of the earth. I know the one or two sincere sisters who try to be according to how they're supposed to be. You see how the times is right now. You know, hearing this guy talking smack. On the other side, they're talking about if it wasn't for Jesus, you know, all of us would have been destroyed by the virus. They don't even understand that it's the Lord doing these things. You understand? They still in that mindset where they does, whenever something bad happens, they give credit to Satan and say the Lord has nothing to do with it. But when there's something good, it's the Lord. You understand? But they don't understand. They don't understand the scriptures. If they did understand, they would have repented. And that way the scriptures say what? He blind the eyes so they wouldn't repent and that he wouldn't forgive them. Alright, we got scripture. It says there's Amos 3 verse 6, right? It says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? What a trumpet was to do was to give a warning, right? That something bad coming. Right? It says, shall there be evil in a city and the Lord hath not done it? So they don't understand that all the things that happen, used to happen and going to happen is the Lord orchestrating all these things. They don't understand that. The scriptures say what? The eyes are blinded, that they can't see and hear and understand. They can't comprehend these things. But these things happening is the Lord that doing these things. I'll get that one quick in Matthew. It says it's Matthew 13, right? Matthew 13, I'll start from... I'll start from 10, right? I'll go down. Matthew 13, start from 10 and go down. It says, and the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? Right? And he said, and he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but unto them it is not given. And that by itself showing you that this is not a book everybody can understand. Even though some men might read it and think they comprehend what it's saying, it's a book of parables. And it's also a spiritual book. It's not a book you can just read and think you'll understand everything in it. You understand? That way even the same thing in Acts. When the man say, understand what thou readest, you know, just paraphrasing, and you say, how can I, lest some man should guide me? Because you can't just read this book and think you understand everything in it just like that. You understand? The Spirit of the Lord must be with you to be able to comprehend these things. And the Lord's Spirit not want everybody to understand. Even back then it was the same thing. So some was able to understand and some was not able to understand. And even had certain deep things that it take time for those who did understand to understand it. That just show you how deep it is. You understand? It's serious, dark sayings like the scriptures talk about, parables. Right? They say, verse 13, it says, therefore speak I unto them in parables, because they see not, and hearing, they hear not, neither do they understand. So when we speak these things unto them, it has some who will understand what it is, and some who wouldn't understand what already going on. We would tell them, is the Lord doing these things? They go still think, you know, probably it's not the Lord, it's Satan, and the Lord just move back and allow Satan. No. As I tell somebody once before, the Lord does always take full credit for what does he do. He has always take full credit. If the Lord say he going and put you in slavery, you know it's he do it. Even though he might do it by a means of another nation, you know who it is do it here. The Lord has take full credit. To say, I will deliver thee into Egypt again by ships. The Lord take full credit for that. And that's what happened to us now. We came here on ships because of what? Through slavery. But we know it was written before that why it is we went in slavery and who was the one that put us in slavery. Right? So we know it's the Lord that do these things. Verse 14 it says, And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, by hearing they shall hear and shall not understand, and seeing they shall see and shall not perceive. Right? So 2/3 of our people are blind. The scriptures say what? So the election had obtained it, and the rest were blinded. Right? Go to that precept after. Right? Verse 15 is say, for this people's heart wax gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed. Right? They have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and should understand with their hearts, and should be converted, and I should heal them. And that is the reason why the Lord put spirits on these people. You understand that angels is actually blind the eyes of the people, so that they would not be able to realize what is going on and repent. Because, as I just tell people, scripture say what 2/3 of Israel shall be cut off and die. That's not going to change to 1/3, it's not going to change to 1/5. 2/3 of our people have things put in place to make sure that they don't get it. You understand? Because they have to go. That is pre-written and it must be fulfilled. It must be fulfilled. So these people, that amount, whoever it might be, hopefully not me, or when you're brotherhood or anything like that, but these people must be cut off and die. And the Lord put things in place to make sure that that happens. Alright? Romans 11 verse 7, right? It say, what then? Israel had not obtained that which it seeketh for. It say, but the election had obtained it, and the rest were blinded. You understand? So they in a blind, slumberous state. They can't understand or comprehend these things to even have the chance. Even though they might hear the word, they don't have the comprehension of it to actually have a chance as the ones who understand do, to seek repentance. Because they go hear it, and because they're blind, by madness, you're talking craziness. That can't be true. The Lord will never do that. The Lord not like that. They blind it. The Lord blind them. Right? Verse 8, it says, according as is written, God had given them the spirit of slumber. You understand? So the Lord does take full credit for what does he do. He don't go and do it and say somebody. He'll say, what the most you might hear is even when you see Satan, when you see Satan do it, you know who it is sent Satan. They show you examples of that in what? In Job, where the Lord sent Satan to do what he do. You also see the examples of it in 2 Chronicles 18, where the Lord had the council and he was asking which spirit will go and entice Ahab. We know who is in control of these things. Even though he has spirits to fulfill these things, we know who is the one pulling the strings. You understand? Who is really the one calling the shots? Is the Lord. Right? They say according, Romans 11:8, they say according as it is written, God had given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear, unto this day. And they was talking even about back then when the writers, but even up to this day today, it's the same thing. You understand? The Lord gave them that spirit of slumber. So when they hear the word, for those who are to receive it, they will receive it. But for those who are not supposed to receive it, they will just walk past and act like if they never heard anything, and they'll just go about their life. But they still receive the word, even though they didn't comprehend it. And that's why we have to come out here and teach people. For those who hear as an understand, and those who forbear, who ignore it and go away. You understand? To the end of the day, to the end of the day, we still have to do our job. You understand? We still have to do our job. Yes. So we're now pardon them, Jesus is coming soon. I understand what she was trying to say. So this thing is not for everybody. And there's like what? Just in this region alone, I see like it had about 2 different people carrying on sermons, you know, doing the little preaching thing. You understand? And look at the times that we're in. As you can see, Well, internationally, the state had many deaths in Italy. Coronavirus killing all kind of 400 and 600 people a day. Other countries shutting down right now because of the different things that are going on. Even this country here in Trinidad and Tobago, what the shutting down, they have a so-called shutdown that's starting from Sunday night. Yeah, and this Sunday night coming here, and people wouldn't be able to go out and lime and be around as much as they would like. And we know there's just symptoms of where it is to come. You understand? They say it's not a SOE, but it's like a shutdown in the sense they're not calling a state of emergency, but still certain privileges that you have still limited. So it has symptoms of a SOE, but it's not really a SOE, you know, in like a technical sense. I was even hearing that have a lot of businesses going to be closed unless it's deemed as like a necessity, like I think it's first response businesses or whatever else call it. And then from 12 in the night, you're not supposed to be on the streets, period, unless you have a good reason, right? And in other countries, the same thing going on. The same thing going on right now. So we know everything slowly but surely in a process working up to what? To the martial law, and most importantly, what? The RFID chip. Okay, you see America talking about introducing digital credit, right? Posted a video on that for a while now. I might do it today itself. The America talking about introducing digital credit because the corona could be spread. Corona could be spread through contact with money, and the corona could be spread on if it's true, any material that go on, it could be spread. But you know, this is just the wiles of the devil that we just talk about, that they're using to implement what they had to implement. You know, all this is just part of the agenda, because that's how it does work, order out of chaos. They create chaos and then create what they class as a solution, which really and truly is just another means to control the people. And you know what the sheeple is? The sheeple will just eat up everything and say, well, you know, it's a good thing and they're doing this for good. Never had no time the government used to really care about you. Never. Majority of things they do it to have a good image for themselves, or to make sure that they get re-elected, or, you know, to be able to get their way, because they follow instruction. It's not like back in the days when like with the Babylonian Empire. That's why the scriptures say what this beast was diverse from all the rest. Back in the Babylonian Empire, when the king ruling, he was the one in charge. He do what he wants. You understand? Same thing with the Persians. Whoever king was in charge, he would call the shots. But in Babylon today, you understand, this modern day Rome, it don't work like that. Even though there's have one person out in front, there's have a whole council who does actually be making decisions. Scriptures say what this beast was diverse from all the rest. So we know, even though the politicians doing these things, they just following instructions. They even said, one of them even said that himself when he came out, and he said they will continue to be advised from their health experts. So we know it's not health experts. We know it's information they're receiving higher up to give them instruction on when to do what and how to do it and so forth. You understand? But at the end of the day, we don't know where it is. Right? We don't know where it is, and you see how it gain. It will start small, and then you will see, you know, they'll start cutting off certain privileges, and then when time come now, that's when they're going to implement what they really want to implement. But it will happen in small stages until that time come. It will just happen in small stages until that time come, and that's really what we're waiting on. But because of wait is the call, you understand, we mightn't be coming out here. We mightn't be able to come out for the next 2 weeks or so. They say a month. They say a month. A month? Shucks. So we gotta just stick to the normal home videos until further notice, because we don't even know if it might recover from that. We might get worse.
They say you gotta be outside the ID card, and to be outside here, you have to have a good reason.
Yeah.
You know, like why it's a purpose, health, groceries. You know, basically what they do was they even tell even in churches that they can't hold no service and so forth. You know. So, and them is basically indoors. So you can imagine for us who are outside.
But don't disturb time.
Yeah, but don't do sometimes, you know.
I remember someone talking about that yesterday. I think about online church service and whatever.
No, yeah, well,
But you see,
basically we
all of
online.
a sudden everybody
But,
has,
yeah,
everybody
will do videos
yeah,
now. Everybody will do breakdowns online, you know.
Everybody praying online or what?
That it come like you know and I think that's what apostles to hand them to the Spirit and the Lord. What is constantly say? Do your videos, you know. Continue to do your videos. It come to a point now that you have to. Basically you will be inside. Basically you can't be on the streets. You know.
So imagine now for those who ain't doing the videos, now they can't come out. Now we're going to do nothing.
Yeah, but now this is show you this. Now that everybody watching conspiracy videos on the coronavirus, they're going to bounce up the videos that we do on the chip and so forth. You know, they're going to bounce up those things. And that is where you get like the last minute Israelites too. The last, you know, the believers that go on and fluctuate in the last.
And even, and that's the odd, and right now in the stage is that the pastors and them will be looking at in a shame now because the congregation will be asking for answers now.
And they will be able to.
They will be asking what going on, and they will be able to answer.
You know, Pastor, what this coronavirus is in the scriptures, you know, what the Lord say, could we pray to get rid of this? And that's the thing. They
will be praying and miss. They will be praying and the people will still believe. They will be praying, and will be praying and miss.
Yeah.
Understand? Because and the same men who the score fat and the score not is bigger over to be searching for.
Yeah, that's right.
What is that say? This part they was put to shame. They'll be getting that's what we paraphrase now, boy. They will be getting fame now, but instead of getting shame again, we will be getting fame now, boy. I forget the piece of how the piece of does go.
Nah, I thought it was the one in the Muslim.
Where you talking about?
Where you talk about the strangers at the salvation.
Nah, that one is saying this part my people have been put to shame.
Yeah.
There will be something.
I think I heard the one you talk. I think I know the one you talking about. That one in Syrup too was talking about that. Them that was in shame shall be given glory now. You understand?
The guy messaged me, you know. So they come the time.
Yeah.
I'll ask the questions.
Oh, the fella from
He was supposed to come out this morning and I ain't seen him.
You see, that's the thing. There were answers.
Yeah,
because when you was here the day, we was talking about the plagues and the last of the stuff now, you know. And that is the thing. And that is the thing. That is why it's so important to do what you're supposed to do. No, I mean, they say we can't be outside here for about a month. They say like that. They say it's starting from Sunday. So how long they say is in April?
Yeah.
To the last week in April or something like that.
That what they say.
That what they say. Yeah. So it could go.
People, hey, hold yeah. They're mad. The people are
working. And get them in part and extended.
Not like America get them tell them 3 months.
Yeah,
one time, here we done 3 months we shut down. You know.
You see much trucks and vans they're bringing them in plane. We're going to rebel.
Yeah. And you see that is how heavy it is too, because at the end of the day, that you just at the end, and these are things that they will be seen at the end. But come back to like we were saying about the thing, that is important just because now everybody typing up scriptures on YouTube. I need a breakdown for this particular Ezekiel, I need a scripture for Revelation, I need a breakdown for Matthew 24 explanation. What the Lord mentioned, what the Lord talk about wars and rumors of wars, what the Lord talk about pestilences. You know, and even they go bounce up. Sometimes I just take my next device and just do a random search, and you see plenty. Sometimes not even mine, but plenty of GMS videos. So they will be bouncing up. They'll be bouncing up those videos, and they'll be getting those breakdowns. You understand? Let's bring our script there.
I realized that because that video upload. That's when I look at exact 30 views.
Yeah.
Like, so most likely people Googling it to find out
yeah.
And then they're bouncing it up.
There's Amos chapter 3 verse 6. It says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city and the Lord had not done it? So that is it. now they will be like,
That you want to start with.
yeah, that is just straight. Not to be like, why this pestilence happen? Why this plague happening? Why this coronavirus?
Can.
Why not the Lord remove it? But what they don't understand is that the Lord do it. You know,
Can.
the Lord doing it. Why the Lord doing it is because of the wickedness, the disobedience. You know.
A woman sent me a voice note last night, but a woman crying and like she was dreaming something.
Yeah.
And she was dreaming and telling the nation to repent of what they're doing that thing.
Yeah.
Or the most like go destroy the nation. So the nation, so she's saying she go and sing on XYZ now. So she go then if we don't repent, so the leaders and them had to start to repent first and thing, or else or the most. But she say the most I say in the dream is that he not getting started now.
Yeah, can.
And she said she don't know what to do. She said, but she tell people look at her, she a mad woman now.
Yeah.
Like, but I go back to the scripture. They go back to the scripture, and I think in Joel he's saying he speaks before the spirit and the sons and the daughters and dreams now. But I did like that's to show that really last now, boy, because even the majority of the jakes not waking up out here, but they have a sense of what to do anytime of trouble now, boy. You understand? But that won't work for them because the scripture says he will laugh at the calamity when it comes.
That's right.
Because when he stretched out forth his hand, you know, you didn't even require now, boy. You didn't even turn back to the Lord. But it's not funny so because why it had to take destruction? Why it had to take things happening for the world for people to not start to seek the Lord?
There's Joel chapter 2 verse 28. It says, and it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions.
Young men shall see visions. So the woman was saying in the dream is that she's seeing her tall. She says she can't even believe how tall it is now. And the garment was white, you know, but she can't even see things because it was a bright light. And she said like she was like a stone pebble, like a real small thing compared. And she was so afraid and thing and XYZ. You understand?
And that accurate. Okay. See, most prophets who get the dreams in the past, when the dream done, everyone was terrified.
Yeah, she was really terrified too. But that was she say so. And she said people have to repent and thing, but she didn't really even understand what she dreamed too. Understand? She didn't really understand what she dreamed because now why the truth had to come in too, because now she will understand that the Messiah is the one who bringing these plagues. The Messiah is the one who wants to destroy this kingdom.
And the funny thing, I was explaining to somebody that just said that day, I was telling them that women just dream dreams too, but it's not ready for women to be able to break it down.
No.
They just tell it to the men and the men just break it down.
And the men just break it down. The Messiah just send the vision of them sometimes. For the man now, boy, the message for the men.
Yeah, just like Apostle Taha, he say why does dream things and just come and tell him.
So the same thing. So when I hear the woman talk, I then start to laugh because I understand what she dream, but she don't understand what she dream. So she saying we are to turn back to the Lord and we are to turn back and we all make and then after he might spare the land, he might spare the nation. And so like no, you understand what's going on. Yeah,
Go ahead.
I'll go through the Revelation. So
So that's to show you that we live in any time of our second Ezra 16, 15 and 16. And that's why people coming up the road there to come and do the camp here to come and do the works. And I just feeling weird now, boy. It's like from after Sunday. You can't even say you want to go to a city or you want to go to another neighborhood and I can't. You understand?
That's a good reason.
Like Esau take away all the rights, but you know, this is a kind of conditioning now for things to come. You understand? He's so conditioning the mind of the people for things to come.
But I was saying it's not SOE, but it's a technical SOE.
Yeah, you understand? It's not but it's a lockdown.
Yeah.
So SOE is not a lockdown.
God.
Yeah.
They just not playing with words, put it a different way,
Yeah.
but similar concept applies.
Same thing, because why? SOE is what? They can't be outside, right? And lockdown is what? They still can't be outside. So what's the difference? What's the difference?
Imagine after 12 they can't see you outside your house.
Yeah. I think they can't see you outside in the night as well. For us.
Yeah.
They really can't be outside. I think
Yeah,
like
on the
in the
whole.
daytime, you
Yeah,
have
I
a
don't
certain,
big set gathering or nothing
Yeah.
like that.
but in the daytime you have a certain way. When you have your ID card on you can still go about now, like you can still go and buy like certain necessities. But you just can't be with the ID card come outside and just feel it going on.
The line man
The line
come
back
out
on and
and,
so
yeah.
on, rock back and like we used to do before.
You see a lapse in somebody to go ask you questions
Yes,
and
conditioning the people.
Yeah. And that's just the mindset for like martial law.
Exactly, like
You
you
know?
can decide for the martial law to come in and full effect. Understand? Because this coronavirus, thanks to the media, the coronavirus, thanks to this one is media.
But that is where you know really and truly that that is what these jakes need. You know? What was running through my mind too was hey, but all these things that hurt in the earth, it just to show you that the election.
I'm not going to be there.
Huh?
You know Revelation 7.
Bring it.
Revelation 7, I'll start from 2. It say, and I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power.
So it's saying that don't hurt the earth until the elect be saved. But we see the earth being what? Earth in all different forms. We're talking about earthquakes right now. We're talking about, hey, yesterday there was an earthquake in China. We didn't feel it up here, but I think Tom feel it. Somewhere half our Rima feel it. You know? We see in plagues. We see in the grasshoppers. We plague in Russia. Plague in other countries, so South Africa, I believe.
And then there are drought in certain places.
There are certain drought in places, lack of food in certain places. So we see the earth being what? Hurt.
Can.
You understand? We see the earth being hurt. Now we don't know the time that the Lord will come back. But we know that destruction will take place first.
Can.
So and hey, this is just the beginning. This just the start. We ain't even really go into depth like this scripture say like, hey, you're gonna be casting out dung like but it's like dung. You know? But these jakes, these 2/3, they just on a common man mindset that they could go ahead and walk every day and think it's a normal thing. What you feel so upset for? You feel them upset because of the virus? No, them upset because they can't lie, they can't party, they can't drink, you know, they can't do all these set of blasphemous stuff that they want to be doing on a constant day basis. You know?
No liberty to be wicked.
Even just to stay home, and relax indoors without problem. 7 days pass, some people lighting themselves on fire.
We'll say, but no Wi-Fi.
Yeah. All kind of mad thing. That's what they doing.
And you see, yesterday basically the Wi-Fi them was real poor. Around the whole of Trinidad, the Wi-Fi them was poor. Like if you check the internet speed, it actually get cut in half. You understand? You see, get cut in half. So where they're seeing where they're preparing for certain stuff. You understand? And the day they cut Wi-Fi is the day Jake gone mad.
That is it.
Jake don't know the basic how to live without the internet.
No Monopoly and Scrabble.
Yeah. They didn't even know. Well, some of them need current to light their fire. Some of them need this they need cold water to drink. You know.
Okay.
They know nothing beyond that. They're so accustomed to this modern day lifestyle. Where everything that they need will be given to you once you have.
I told somebody just yesterday, look how funny, I told somebody just yesterday, I say when all these people are out here who are accustomed to comfort, why I feel the reason is that when they lose the job, like people lose their job in petrol and things, some people want to commit suicide because they're so caught up in comfort. They're so accustomed to being comfortable.
Like I was telling I was telling my neighbor that I say, why you feel kill yourself for is because you see they're so alright, it's come like we go put our trust in what the Lord. To anything that we do, we know that the Lord will see us through. No matter if we get see through, we don't know that the Lord have we back. You understand? The Lord is like we backbone. That strong piece of our body to hold we up. You understand? But to them, that is what the money is, and that is what this system is. That is their backbone. So what it is do is that they put a trust into the system and they've jumped so much is that they might be working for a few thousands at the end of the month and they go buy 3 cars, they want to go 3 cars, 2 houses, you understand? So when the system crash or when the work crash, what else you have? You have nothing to pay for.
Yeah,
and that is where pride come in. Because they'll be like, my neighbor, I'm going to see me go to clean the case, right? And all the time, shit, we watching me.
They never like me.
Well, that age we live in, we live in the age to please other people.
Yeah.
Majority of the people are not inside the suffering, you know. But in the outer appearance, it's according to how you look in front of people.
Now the scripture say,
About a piece of when you finish.
that's one,
I scripture say what? Most of them that go down in Egypt will help what trust in chariots.
yeah, that's what I want to
Now, really?
That's why I say I'll let him bring you in first.
Well, I say, see, but I said, and the brother real on point because the majority of the people just cannot live a normal, basic life without internet and stuff like that. And majority of people should be told, but willingly go and take that chip just to ease up the pressure now, boy, just to ease up the health. And how Esau do it, Esau causing the world to go in a kind of pressure state.
That's right.
So that when they present, you know, like the solution, majority of the people will run to the solution.
If I can say that, you see like how even back in slavery time and afterwards, they used to program them to be what? Dependent on the system. Whereas you couldn't do things for yourself, you had to be dependent on them. So when you're dependent on something, if you don't have it, what happens? You depend on yourself. And that is the condition in the West End.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's Revelation 2 verse 9. You say, I know that works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. And they shall say, well, we're rich in faith. We're rich in the things that the Lord bestowed unto us. The scriptures. These stuff. Understand? But true, we at the end of the men of the Lord face men of the Lord face hard times, you know, real hard times. The prophets before went through so much.
Yeah, worse than we.
Worse than us.
Matter
Matter of fact, we gonna face worse because we going through what they didn't see. Where it used to be like one country shutting down, now it's the whole world.
Whole globe.
No food at all, no
Less-
way.
I think it's about a month and a half or less than a month or something. And something that this pandemic shut down the whole globe.
I say about
Esau shut down the
I
whole
would say
globe.
about a month. I give them a month because it was half of 1 month and half of the next month.
Is
So
it?
it make up a month.
Pressure cooker.
Yeah.
Right now,
The
yeah, right
boiling
now the
pot.
pressure, yeah, right now the pressure cooker.
Hey, I say like a what is scripture saying? For Moab is the Lord's wash pot.
Pressure cooker, so you know. So when the people, what the simple thing like what the government do, the government force businesses to close down. So that means what? Low employment.
Job loss. Plenty.
Job loss, right? And just imagine this, right? When society was running so-called normal, and people used to lose the jobs, the crime rate used to raise. But imagine now, and that was normal, eh? That was in the normal society, right? Now majority of the people are going to lose their work now. So what going to happen to the crime rate now?
And those people go be in like ghetto areas, where the crime rate is usually high, like slum areas.
That's where the chip going come in. If they're going to do them going to meet them get to rats and then feel free.
That's now.
But they get them benefits. You have no job, you will get benefits. But yeah, we gotta take this in here.
But that is what they're already giving them. They're giving them a package,
They get them accustomed to that.
a stimulus package or something like that.
Get them. Well, this scripture said Revelation 12. They said that he will feed them, he will nourish them for a season. You know?
They might think they are at a good case by second interest.
You understand?
Them that think that are at a good case.
And what how simple it is, when the food start to run out, and Price Mart and things are going to be the only source, who you feel going to take over Price Mart? The government will send the police and the troops and them But it's price smart there and lock down that whole scene.
But
And start a ration food.
how you feel control? The man who own price smart is the 1%.
Yeah,
Well, in Trinidad,
them
them is
own
the
the
1%.
government.
So then with the government, matter of fact, the government is the answer to them. You understand? You feel it's time to go for when it's time to go for your goods, and when shit get pop off, you feel them and go and have that chip by the door. You need Pampers, better take this. Make sure you have the chip in your hand, you have the scan, you have to see what you have. You know?
And price smart, you have to be have a card.
A card, you have to have a
But that
card.
could be the card.
Yeah, that will be the card. Yeah, can.
That could be the card.
Can. Yeah, it's
This script that says nobody will buy or sell it.
That's
See,
right.
I had him up.
Yeah.
So there is Isaiah 31, verse 1. It say, "Woe unto them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses, and trust in chariots, because they are many."
No, there are many. Say, majority of the people on the face of the earth trust in the system, as your brother was saying here. They trust in the system, they trust in the so-called white man being their God.
That's right.
You know, they will never turn back to the Lord, but they will turn back to the money. It's all about the society program and to say, go to school, get an education, to make it in this system now. So when they make it in the system, you forget everything what about the Most High say, all the Most High laws, the statutes, the commandments. So you start to trust in the money what you're making now. You understand? So you want to live the life, you want to live a life. And truth be told, the majority of the people in the place have never lived yet. The real people who live in is the 1%ers. Them is the real people who in the heavens.
Travel and go anywhere
And
they
it-
want, buy
Them
whatever they
see
want.
them doing anything they feel to do.
Yeah.
You
You
know?
understand?
I have brother breaking down that. You say, you think we got money?
Yeah.
There are people out there that can build cities.
Yeah.
You
But
can just build cities.
there was this man, by I think it's Rockefeller or Russia. One of them that was breaking on the money, and they say he could basically do anything,
Anything.
buy
An
anything,
Island, another
buy
island.
anything, build anything, go anywhere, and they say he money untouchable. It have no job to touch him money. That is to show you how much money he have. If he fit to spend 35 million in a day, that is pocket change for him.
Yeah, that restaurant money for them.
Yeah.
And mine, we talking about federal dollars.
Yeah, we're not talking about federal.
Yeah.
And our gold bars.
Exactly. Them are the real riches, the real black oil and it. That own everything.
Like Jake buying the big chain and thing, but the big chain dip in 5 cents. And 5 cents. So when it's time and you think your gold going and buy thing and they go buy a man, and he tests a gold, he go say, whoa, you don't take 5 cents here.
Yeah,
You know? So let's read over that scripture.
yeah, verse 31, right? Isaiah 31, verse 1, sorry. It says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. That
Say,
go-
whoa. Sorry, so them not go down to Egypt for help because that is who they trust in. You know? That is who they believe in. You understand? So woe unto them, they shall come to them. Because at the end of the day, who is to turn to help to? The Lord.
Can.
Right.
It say, and stay on horses and trust in chariots,
Yeah.
because they are many.
Because they are.
They are many.
Yeah. Love this place, right? They love this place. Is that they love the place so much is that they will fight for it.
God.
They get plenty of the tutors and then go and be in the army when the Lord come back, or they want to go and fight the Lord too.
You know when you say that you want to be a trick? Or when you're walking through the crowd, and you see, and some of them are so dependent on the system that
Yeah.
they'll fight to protect it.
Yeah. And that is the thing. That is what they will do. They will actually fight for this system.
But that's how much Jake joining the police service.
And the
But
pro-
that's how much-
brother.
Yeah, as the brother now say, they will fight to protect it. So in them eyes, we is the enemy, you know. Once we're not with them, we is the enemies in them eyes.
Like the Jake used to go, hey, fuck the police, right? Thing. The pigs. Shit the pigs. But now when they join the forces, like, by I know how the thing is, and so they're wicked and a thing, or they're committing crime, but he was once told too.
And some of them still like that.
It's that it's like I was explaining to our fella, I was explaining to my uncle, and so like when you go into the army, I think there's brainwashing so much is that they change your whole mind around towards people. Is that you will sacrifice yourself for your job, but you wouldn't sacrifice yourself for your family. You know? Is that you put them first. You put them like you put it, that is why they say you lay your life down for what your country. You know? That is the motto.
Yeah, you can't talk to them. As your partner go in police or go in one of them, and he come back out a different person.
I remember this fella, the fella who play football too. If you see him before, when he play football, he join police, he laugh and talking to everybody as he joined the force. All of a sudden, screw pan. It's the baddest thing outside there. They can't talk to him thing. And I see man, so just put them on to make them feel above everybody. But at the end of the day, that Esau horseman.
That the vibration I saw.
Yeah, that's the vibration I saw.
Yeah, man.
You Rabbi Luman.
Yes.
Right. I want to ask you something.
Yeah, yes.
Right. Sabah, could you buy
How?
some meat? I don't know. I don't know. So if you buy it, I'll come back and show you.
Or a game of pie, I'm pie harder. I'll have power pie my bag, but my pie done full already.
For the I think.
Oh, yes, sir.
I broke, so I got 10 chance to come. I'll come back and show you. I don't
Ah,
know.
no, yes, sir.
I don't know. I feel kind of happy.
You wouldn't back out here for a while, so that's...
Nice mountain.
Yeah.
I just waited.
I know if you lying or not, but if you
Now, but
lying, it's on you.
that is on you.
Eyes on here and here.
You just do what you're supposed to do. But going back to the scriptures now, and that's, as I was saying, that is just how to put the watchman. Look at, when in Charles bus back, them scanning though, Jake won't be trying to fight against that too. They not put their whole heart and soul into the army system. You understand? Watchman, the Jakes, these tutors, they don't even understand what is going to come to them in the coming time and all, coming months, weeks and all. We don't know how long it could be. It could be 2 years, it could be 3 years. We don't know. Because we have to still see it through. You understand? But they don't even understand what is coming to them.
I was watching this some country, a Spanish country now. They're breaking that store and start looting the place.
Yeah, like I think it's in New York. The people take big board and big iron and ban up the windows. Because they don't know where you're going to come to.
Yeah, you know that first world country, that people and them have a very short temper. And people and them just do what they have to do.
Yeah, we need this, we need it now.
Especially when if they're on that stuff and they sniff this stuff. That's it, yeah.
Yeah, because you know they're heavy into drugs, eh?
They're very heavy.
They're heavy into drugs, eh?
Especially on football.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I know it's called.
Oh, yes, sir. Oh, yes,
Oh,
sir.
good.
Oh, yes, sir.
Thank you.
Oh, yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying, right? Yeah. When they were interviewing the students from college for spring break, but they said they don't care if they get corona.
Yeah.
But they said, I when I watch them, half of them maybe done doing drugs already because they just they just hype.
I'm playing the enemies so too, eh?
Yes.
No, but you want to, you know some of them went and some of them get run, but some of them contact the virus. Because I just played a game with a fella from Florida, Miami, right? It was only spring break, right? And he was showing me, he said down here real bad. Down here the virus real bad. It's a day he used to work, I think it's a hotel he working in, I think. And they shut down the hotel and stuff. Close it down. And he was showing me, he said real bad right now. So when I was with even them who stayed there, the pride is that the Lord gave them it. Some of them get, and you know, go on them, some of them can't come back to the school.
Yeah,
some of them was
going in quarantine because of
in
the
quarantine. You understand? Like judgment. Judgment. You understand?
That's the I coming up the highway, but I pass through the back by Pay.
Yeah.
But if you see traffic, that's the first time I see traffic, so coming back from the airport.
Yeah, from the back, the back, yeah.
Guess what making the traffic now? Our Waka.
Okay.
Our Waka.
That from so big, right? So long.
Our Waka.
Our Waka on the highway.
We're stocking up. Everybody want to stock up.
I said, but why? I
You see?
really stupid and annoying.
You see?
I'm not checking it already,
But I think
But
they're thinking it's just a short
that doesn't show you. That doesn't show you that they can't live without that chicken and they can't live without that meat. Eh? Instead of you say, well, hey, I'm going to buy peas, buddy. Peas, beans, to give you proteins. You know? To give you this. They're going to buy chicken.
buy chicken.
Jake mine gone, by. Jake mine gone, by.
I tell you, I went in the grocery, well, I said that when I was doing work last year, I got in the grocery, all the greens, all the ginger, all the garlic, all the stuff are good for you. They just leave it on the shelf now, man. Everybody rushing toilet paper. Everybody rushing chicken.
So you go. And that'll give me the Russian toilet paper like a car wash your ass to the water.
I'm a piece of pay, any piece of now. They used to wrap 39.26, right?
Yeah.
They said the principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of grape, and oil, and clothing. That's all a man need,
All
man.
I grip is the wine.
If you
You need that
wine,
wine sometimes.
you know, they need the oil, and the reason why a man supposed to really drink little wine and take no one then too is that it helps
For the
kill.
infirmities.
Yes, and it helps
The
killing
real one,
bacteria too.
the
no?
real one, the good one.
Yeah,
For the
it help
infirmities.
kill.
For like if you're sick, like same virus sickness, you drink so many wine, sometimes it's clear throat.
Exactly.
You understand? But there is something a common man wouldn't know because hey, at the end of the day, Jake do like to research and they do like to do any kind of deep thing into health. You understand? So that's like the stuff that the Lord said principle, like that these is stuff that they need. Like if you want to look up each of the stuff, it have a benefit.
Yeah.
You understand? You need the salt, obviously, for taste
Yeah.
stuff. You need that.
And knowing that,
You need the flour of wheat.
You need the flour of wheat, obviously, because bread
Yeah.
is the most is the heaviest thing you will eat and that will last long in your stomach.
Yeah.
and your body needs
understand?
sodium.
And your body needs
Need
sodium, that's
sodium.
right.
Water.
Oh
God, that is a total lie.
You know that 3 days without water, you're dead.
Fire. You need fire.
You need fire.
Yeah. I always say iron. Iron to do what? To do work. You understand?
It's like, and you
Like
need
the
iron.
tree lying little
Yeah, I don't
thing.
want to say that
Why?
little material.
Yeah,
little
little
thing.
material. You understand? But I was in a video what the apostle said do. I read a video yesterday and it made perfect sense. They say hard times create hard men.
I know that iron. I know that iron. We put it in our too because they say when your body high in iron, your immune system will be stronger.
Like it has some people right now, is that they grow up such a hard time or such a hard life is that when they see the troubles that going on, you know, when they see the troubles that going on, you know what I will say? This is a common day for me. This is just a normal day for me.
Brothers just fast, brothers just go through
Yeah,
certain
yeah,
things. They come like, like
Brothers never having.
Yeah.
You was never blessed to have no $1,000 work.
Yeah.
No $1 million work. Men had to travel still. Men had no car. So it's not.
it come like normal.
You know,
And
like,
we go through the days normal.
so everybody was up here. Come down here to see how it is.
But for those who everyday cream,
Yeah.
lotion, Dove,
Like alright, like they're going to the country. Pennywise, pack up dog. Like wait having Pennywise so important for it. You know why? Because the moment they get the makeup,
exactly,
the moment they get
the cream and all
the
that
cream
kind
and
of
so
fancy
forth.
thing.
Like what I want to help in that time. We forgot what we talk about you need food. You want to buy one makeup?
Yeah, but in their mind, they still think it will get better. That is their mindset. They
That is
always
it.
think it will get better.
And that's yesterday. But if you see how much grapefruit I take yesterday, share is a grapefruit. If you see coconut, I take coconut and I take grapefruit. Coconut good for you.
Coconut
Coconut oil, put it on your skin. You don't need no fucking
You
cream.
can use the coconut oil to cook,
Exactly.
to cook, for your skin, for your hair.
When you open the shell and it's dry, you can use it to make fire. And the
Right.
quickest
The
thing
hawks.
that's got fire.
And I don't want to say that, the hawks. The
The
hawks
hawk
is
is the quickest thing. And one part so. That is it. If you the most I work is perfect. Boy, most I work perfect, boy. Coconut good for everything.
Yeah, it's called,
Something like that.
I go coconut like an all-round fruit now. Right?
Yeah.
Because when you leave coconut to dry, it just make a bread inside. We just call it the bread,
Yeah.
but what some people just call it a coconut fruit. You know, it is actually be like a
big white thing,
a big
yeah.
white thing inside. It look like sponge, but it's really a bread inside.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean
Oh,
eat
yeah.
that? I want to
Never
sweet
tried
thing.
it, never tried it, never tried it, never tried it, never
I
tried
want
it,
to sweetest thing you will eat, you will taste, you will,
never tried it.
you
So
will
there's it.
love.
So you see even from back then, right? And we used to be saying, men had to learn how to fucking New Zealand.
Yeah.
Men had to learn herbs, men had to learn plants and things now because this is what you're coming back to.
Can.
You understand?
Primitive.
Primitive. What people used to do with all the internet and things, people used to more interact with each other.
I went
So
for
that
it.
way it had less crime and things that way, but now due to technology and things, people even talk to each other, even living in your own house, people even talk to each other so.
And like how, and I could better eat someone shut on Nigeria just now because the way of information is
Right.
too fast before. Because they get things like leaks.
Yeah, you know,
Oh yes sir, go
go
ahead.
up in there.
Oh yes
They
sir.
get into much leaks, so they get into much stuff.
Oh yes sir.
You understand? So eventually, they'll close it down. It's like how we government was talking about people shouldn't spread stuff. But some of the stuff they were spreading, I know outright was truth. I know outright was truth. You understand? I know firsthand it was truth. But the common man wouldn't think it's true because, again, is he believing? Watch me, the worst thing to talk to is people who believe in political parties. You understand? That is some of the worst. Because,
or psychologists.
Yeah. That's the worst. You see people who believe in political parties, that is why all they go perish with them. Because they keep all need that mindset that everything going to get good and the lies and so forth.
You know why that's called them? I just call them the small acts now.
Yeah.
You know, it's people who could be sleeping, and when they give them that, they might, they go wake up.
Them always sleeping.
Them sleep very loud. I'm always talking to them to wake them up the more louder, that's no.
The only you put on the reason and go back and sleep right after.
Wait, come on, right?
Yeah, sleep them, yes.
When you watch Snorlax, you have to play off to wake them up. But then when sleeping, then when sleeping, they had nothing to play to wake them up. Them in that slumber instead. That's what the Lord see, get them onto that deep slumber. Understand? Bring them back out. Bring them back out.
Deep slumber, boy. Eyes that they cannot see, ears that they cannot hear.
Like it have some of them that people and they walk. Where you walk from? Where you walk from? You don't walk, you just get a little two cents like you know the government line and them walk. That is all them know on them. Right, thanks. It's a little information good. We're not saying no to that. But we're supposed to really come back to is this way. That is when you walk.
You ever had a dream where you get up and you're still in the dream? Like
them.
They wake up and they're still in the dream.
Because they're still going to do other stuff. You know? Right.
Say,
Yeah, one said this is the time to know the Lord. This is the real time in here.
by the evil days come not.
Yeah.
Say, May Romans 11 verse 7, it say, what then? Israel had not obtained that which is seeketh for. It say, but the election had obtained it, and the rest were blinded.
The election obtained it, boy. Because that is the the election, they select few. They come up from that slum, but they see what is going on. I see men who would talk against it. You know? Like it have plenty people, right? There's do videos online. There mightn't be in the scriptures, right? But there's do plenty videos like with information and so forth. And we just use that same information from them, take that same information to do our videos and so forth.
Yeah,
but they wake up to the fact. They wake up to the fact of what is going on. They wake up to the fact that hey, it's lies, it's deceit. Yeah. There are some people that are not even in the scriptures, but they know that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast. They must do videos on it. I see that from my own eyes. Here are my own ears. This person doing a video, I watching this person do a video on the chip, and the person not deep into the scriptures. But they know that hey, they're not supposed to take this. This coming here is not what's supposed to take. So that people walk to that on that level.
Yeah, walk to how the system working. Yeah. And work to that, you know, that the system is always against me. Trying to take me what freedom. But we didn't have no freedom in the first place.
What freedom we had? They make everything so hard. You have to get ID card, you have to get a pass for every single thing here. And every pass you have to do, you have to go through the government. So how would I freedom?
Permission. You ask for permission more or less.
Yeah.
Even if they get married, ask for permission. And you have to get a little slip from them to show that alright, we permit all you, so all you're married now.
Just like the shutdown here, and you have to have your ID card on you. It's a must, you have to have your ID card on you. So you can do what? You can actually go out to buy stuff. If they didn't get you the ID card, pray you might get some hard hand. You might get some licks. You might get some home. You understand?
I mean, you might get you the new ID card just now.
So that freedom, that can never be freedom. You understand?
I'm talking to a police partner yesterday, because I was calling him. Like, what did you say to them now? He said, boy, you see the commissioner ram them up to orange, and you know it's not playing out there no more. I then to myself, I thought it was out of time in a long time. No. Imagine now. Imagine now. Why?
To be caught on the streets. That is where the scriptures come in that the Lord said to obey the rulers and so forth. You know?
You use wisdom.
Yeah, you use wisdom.
Just like with Daniel, when they passed the law not to pray. He wasn't praying when nobody could see him, he prayed in the house. that is through the same tree window and come and pull him up, but he was still trying to go in accordance with certain things
Yeah.
and using wisdom.
Yeah. That is where you use your wisdom.
I have to
That's
know.
supper. The supper.
Yeah.